Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Principal Youngmans, for the invitation to come speak tonight. I really do appreciate it. Good evening, everybody. Congratulations to students and parents and teachers for the academic achievement this year. It's a privilege to visit with you this evening and to share a few thoughts. I promised my daughters, JC and Zoe, that I wouldn't mention their name. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That I wouldn't embarrass them. So if you see them somewhere, they're turning shades of red, please send me a message. My father-in-law is quite a storyteller, and ever since I began dating my wife Joelle, we have really enjoyed sharing stories. Well, most I have to listen to his stories and try to supplement them when I can. And I thought I would share one tonight that I have loved since the beginning of knowing him, that he tells so often, and I love hearing it every time. And it's really appropriate for the season that we're in today, and the preface, I'd like to preface my remarks with this story. Beginning each spring at and around Easter, and speeding up rapidly after Memorial Day, the population of Down East can sometimes double on weekends and holidays. The infusion begins at midday on Friday, reaches its peak from Saturday to Sunday afternoon, and then all but disappears between Sunday evening and Monday morning. Most of the visitors here expect and appreciate the low-key and sometimes even slow motion way of life that the natives enjoy. Most of the visitors here expect and appreciate what we do. Such was the case one hot August Sunday afternoon at the checkout corner of Cab's store, which many of you remember was the general store on Harper's Island for many years. Most likely having been delayed at the marina in a gas line, and then while waiting to check out, one exasperated visitor shouted loud enough for everyone to hear, "There are the most dumbest people in the world right here, all at one place at one time." Now, just a few steps behind the counter in the line was Charlie Claude. He both saw and heard the weary and impatient visitor to the little island that had once been his lifelong home. In a feigned effort to calm the irritated vacationer, Charlie slowly approached him with the consoling assertion, "You know, bud, you are probably right. But if you wait till tomorrow morning, almost all of them will be gone." I am proud to be from Down East. Those that know me well can attest that I consider being from here a badge of honor. Students, you too should be proud of your Down East heritage. You have the privilege of being raised in a small community. Small communities are wonderful nurturing grounds for education, not just what can be learned in books, but what can be learned on the shore, in the water, in backyards, on ball fields, in each corner of our community. How we learn is changing ever so rapidly. I consider myself being technologically up to date. I tweet, I'm on Facebook, I do regular podcasts, and even browse Instagram, yes JC, Instagram, and Pinterest a few times. I use social media regularly for work and for personal use, and if you ask my wife Joelle, she'll contest this, but I can even think her texting. Did you know that over 57% of Americans report that they now communicate primarily online? Almost 60% of Americans say they communicate with other human beings primarily online. Did you know that social media, namely Twitter and Facebook, is now the #1 online activity? I'm amazed at the volume of information communicated by and shared with each day. In all of these electrons, what are they hearing and what are they really learning? As parents and teachers, our work today is to ensure that we are creating a nurturing and safe electronic environment. Students, it's never too early to start making plans.
You're good.
We live in a competitive world.
You're fine.
My last college course, after 12 years of taking college courses, my last one was a biostatistics class. I had two thoughts the first day that I walked into that class. The first one was I was getting too old to be in college. because the instructor looked a couple years younger than me, and in fact, I believe he was. The second thought was I was going to have to really work hard in this class. And the reason is that I was a minority. Most of the majority of students there had gotten on planes or on ships to attend that class. They meant business, and I knew that I was going to have to climb a hard curve in that class. I got an A, but I had to really work hard for it. My point is that academic competition is severe, and ever increasingly growing severe, and that it is imperative that we understand this and engage early. Parents, thank you for your commitment to your children's education. A few weeks ago, I hosted a tour of all the county commissioners and our elected officials, government officials in our county. We loaded everyone up on a charter bus and took them throughout all the communities in Down East. We stopped at businesses, we stopped at schools, and we talked about the challenges and opportunities facing our small rural coastal communities. We stopped at Atlantic School, and we stopped at Smyrna, and we stopped at Harper's Island, and the principals got on the bus and spoke about their school. They spoke about its challenges and the community that it serves. They spoke of parents that struggle at the poverty line, but that excel as parents in fulfilling their commitments to their children's education. The message of strong parents down east resonates and is seen in our test scores, and your work is noticed. Teachers, the heart of the community is the school. It always has been and always will be. This past winter, I was up in another Down East community, Down East, Maine. While up there, I visited a number of the remote island communities of Maine and toured a number of their small island community schools. Every school, every community said the same thing. The school is the heart of the community. When it dies, so does the community. These schools share some of the same challenges we face. They have funding issues, they have connectivity challenges, they have social challenges. I recently facilitated a workshop for teachers on Oprah back in February. We had teachers and principals attending from all along eastern North Carolina. We talked, and we shared and discussed the challenges, the special challenges that are facing eastern North Carolina coastal rural schools. I heard about lots of challenges that day, including that teachers wear too many hats, and that community and cultural change is occurring increasingly more rapidly in these coastal communities. I heard that students today need more mentors, more access to mentors, and that students who used to do shrimp trawlers and crab pots in their free time aren't doing that anymore. And that substance abuse by parents is a constant, ever-increasing battle. Teachers, your challenges are many, and we value what you do. And we value you and what you do. We understand that the achievements recognized here tonight is not in spite of you, but because of you. Thank you for your loving, caring, and teaching of our children. One last story. When I look back on my childhood, a few things stand out. I was raised on docks, on boats, and by a community who at the time I didn't realize was shaping me in so many ways. The summer I turned 16, I began shrimping on my own boat. When I look back, I am surprised that my father would have agreed to let me go shrimping in the night on a 40-foot trawler by myself, or with a less experienced deckhand at such a young age. What I have later realized is that he was confident that he had taught me enough. You see, I don't remember the first time I went shrimping. I don't remember the first time I tied a tail bag. I don't remember the first time I measured a tickler chain. I don't remember the first time I learned where the channel was or the shoal was. My father was confident because he thought I was prepared, and he felt that he had taught me enough. That is our goal as parents and teachers and students, to become prepared for what lies ahead. Thank you for inviting me to share these thoughts with you tonight. Enjoy your summer. Rest up. Fall will be here before you can blink. Thank you.